What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I am going to be giving my picks on Week 17 of the 2019 NFL regular season. I am recording this quite early. As you can see, it's the 18th of December. I'm recording this early because, honestly, I don't think I'm going to have time to record anything next week. I mean, with Christmas coming up, I'll be out of town Saturday. I'll be leaving, and I won't be coming home until probably Christmas Eve. So I won't be able to record in that span. And then Christmas Day, there's no way I'm going to have time to record. And who knows after that? It's probably all going to be kind of a mess. So I'm recording a couple videos early. I also recorded a Jordan Love film session that's also probably going to come out next week. And I also gave my thoughts on the Miami Dolphins roster moving forward. That's also going to come out next week. Basically just grinding out at least 3 videos so I have something to put out. But yeah, anyway, so if there's any injuries or anything that happened this weekend, just keep in mind that would affect this or anything like that, or suspensions, whatever. Just keep in mind I'm recording this a week early. So yeah, starting off, we got the Jets at Buffalo. I'm going to go with the Bills. The Jets are awful. I don't think that'll change. And Buffalo's defense is pretty solid. Now, one thing that really could affect some of these matchups is if people are resting their starters for the playoffs. I don't think the Bills will be one of them because they're going to probably want to keep their better wild card position. So they're probably not going to want to rest their starters. But Cleveland at Cincinnati, I'm going to go with the Browns. I just think the Bengals are just that much worse than them, to be fair. Washington and Dallas. Dallas should beat the shit out of the Redskins, but like I've said a couple times, the only way Dallas loses this game is if Dallas beats themselves, which is something they are very capable of doing, but I am still going to go with Dallas. Green Bay at Detroit, Packers. Unless Rodgers gets hurt or something, but even if he does, they might still be okay, because Detroit without Stafford is shit, basically. Chargers against the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Terrell Suggs did report, so that'll be interesting to see how he does with the Chiefs, but I don't think he'll be a major factor. He's old, but he will add some experience to that locker room, and they have suffered quite a few injuries on that defense, so maybe he can help a little bit. But either way, I think the Chiefs should beat them. The Chargers' offensive line is awful. Chargers as a whole are awful. Bears versus the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I think the Chicago's offense is really going to struggle like it has. I think the Vikings are going to pretty much kick the shit out of them. Miami at New England, Patriots. They know they can't really afford to lose. They got to try to keep ahead of the race to make sure that they get that number 2 spot, because most likely the number 1 spot's going to be Baltimore. I think they're going to beat the shit out of the Dolphins. Philly versus the Giants, Eagles. Giants are terrible. But it will be interesting to see what Eli or Daniel Jones does to the Eagles' corners, because I think their corners are terrible. So, yeah. Falcons at Tampa. Talk about 2 teams that are hard to call because they can both get hot in a hurry, but they're also both kind of terrible. I'm going to go Tampa at home. Why not? I could see this going either way, but I'm going to go Tampa at home. Saints versus Panthers. I'm going to go with the Saints. They got to make sure they keep their position as where they're at. So I think they're really going to have to play hard. I think they're going to beat Carolina. Indy versus Jacksonville, Colts. Jacksonville's pretty mediocre at best. I do think they made the right decision benching Nick Foles. Though I think moving forward it's going to be a good call. Pittsburgh at Baltimore, Ravens, especially in Baltimore. Pittsburgh has been playing above their talent level for sure, but I think Baltimore is just going to be a little bit too much for them. Tennessee at Houston, going to go with the Texans. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans win this. Tannehill has been pretty hot. So, yeah. but I am going to give it to the Texans. Oakland at Denver. I'm going to go with Oakland. Denver has been pretty bad. Probably be rooting for Denver a little bit just because I don't really like the Raiders. And not really that I don't like the Raiders. I just don't like John Gruden. I'll be honest with you guys. But yeah. Arizona against the Rams. Rams, I guess. But they're kind of mediocre to me too. But I'll give it to the Rams. And they're going to have to play hard if they want to try to get into the playoffs too. So there's that. San Francisco at Seattle, that's the matchup of the weekend, in my opinion. That's a fantastic matchup with a lot of implications. If San Fran and Seattle don't lose technically this week, then when they play each other, man, that's really going to probably determine who the number one seed is in the NFC. So, yeah, that'll be huge. Definitely be looking forward to that. And depending on that matchup, the matchup with New Orleans, if New Orleans wins that game against Carolina, that could really make things interesting. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. That's all the picks. Obviously, there's no primetime games or, of course, no bye weeks. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.